Hi guys, let me just start off by saying I started making this mud wash yesterday and then decided to make a video. So the mud wash that you see now is mud wash that I'm making today, but the finished product will be the mud wash that I made yesterday. So I hope everybody understands that. So here I am just mixing the mud wash. I put 2 cups of aloe vera juice and 3 tablespoons of bentonite clay. You can use whatever clay you want, but here I'm using bentonite clay. And I'm just mixing the clay. I'm not mixing it to make it smooth. I'm just mixing it so all the clay is wet. That's all I want. I just want the clay to be wet. It doesn't need to be smooth or creamy at this point or anything. I want it to be wet. Work your way around the bottom of the bowl and everything to make sure all of that is wet. Like as you can see here how lumpy it is, and a little later in the video I'm going to show you a picture of what it should look like. But as you can see around the bottom, I have to go back around the bottom to get all of that up, like around the sides you just saw. All that needs to be wet. That's what the goal is for this part right here. Just wet, nothing else. As you can see, I'm using this popsicle stick only because I ran out of plastic spoons and I didn't want to use a metal spoon. I don't know if it's true what they say about using metal spoons, but I didn't want to chance it and I didn't use one. So this makes it a little harder to mix everything up using this popsicle stick. So that's why you see I have a popsicle stick. It's nothing special about the popsicle stick. You don't need to go out and buy popsicle sticks. It just made this, just using this popsicle stick because I didn't have any plastic spoons, like I said. So that's all that is to that. Again, just make sure everything wet. Go across the bottom because you're looking at the top and you say, oh, it's wet. But when you get to the bottom, it's not wet. So scoop through the bottom and everything to make sure everything is wet. And this is what it should look like once everything is wet. This is what it should look like. It should look like throw up. Pretty much is what it should look like. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just put the top on it, put it in the refrigerator, and let it sit overnight. You can let it sit 2 days, 3 days, but I'm just going to let it sit overnight. And here you see, this is the one I made yesterday. And right now, all I did was add my essential oils. That's it. And the beauty of making your own mud wash is you can add whatever essential oils you like to use. And as you can see now, it's a lot smoother. Yes, I'm making a mess. I'm sorry. Let me get this together. I'm making a mess. But what you can see here, that it's a lot smoother than if you would if you just kept mixing and mixing and mixing. And if I had a plastic spoon, it would make this so much easier. So I hope you guys try it. I hope you like it. And let me know what you think. And if you want it thicker, add more mud. If you want it thinner, add more aloe vera juice. But I like this consistency because it slides on the hair good. I hope you guys like it. Any questions, leave them below. Thanks.